Hi there.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing good.
It's so crazy to see you.
I
I
know.
just watched. I just watched our old episode this morning.
Oh wow. I watched it like 2 days ago. It it's been 12 years.
Yeah. What are you? Are you 20 years old now?
Yeah, 20 and not getting any younger.
It makes two of us. How's this working for you? This Skype? Am I moving? Can you record it well?
Yeah, you're doing good.
Okay.
So what have you been up to lately?
What have I been up to lately? I live in Encino, California, and I have two little kids, a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old. They just had their birthdays, one last week and one's coming up next week. So we've been doing a lot of family time. Obviously, like everyone else in the planet, we've been coping with this whole quarantine and lockdown situation. It's actually not too bad. Having little kids in the house, they're always happy. They think this is the best. They're in their pajamas all day, every day. Um,
Right.
and one of the things that I've been doing to sort of pass my time is doing home improvement projects at my house. I'm still keeping my home improvement skills fresh. I built them a new desk in their room, the custom built desk, so they have each of them have their own desk, and then there's shelves that go all the way up because one of my sons loves dinosaurs and he stacks all of his dinosaurs up on it. So
That's
all the
very nice.
all the years that I've worked on Extreme came in handy to help me build things for my kids.
Yeah, I mean I guess that's one way of putting it. Yeah.
And let's see what else. I just recently wrapped on a movie. I did
Well, that's not that's pretty
a,
good.
a Lifetime movie called. It's going to be called the Wrong Mr. Right, and
The
it's a
wrong Mr. Right.
it's a whole series that they do called The Wrong. They have like the wrong teacher, the wrong neighbor, the wrong student. And I had previously done a movie called uh, The Wrong Man, and this one is The Wrong Mr. Right. So it's a very similar storyline in that you think that I am this perfect, wonderful Mr. Right, but it turns out that I am not. So that was lots of fun.
I think I've seen the wrong man. Is that when you are like a nurse in that one?
Say
Like
again?
is the wrong man? Isn't that the one where you're like a nurse, a male
Yes,
nurse in that one? Yes, I
yes,
have seen that one.
yes.
I probably think it's probably my favorite one.
Thanks. I enjoyed it. That was a fun one to make. This one coming up, The Wrong Mr. Right, should be equally as entertaining. Um, but yeah, I've been trying to stay busy and keep active and working and spend time with my family. Obviously, summertime here, we've been trying to get out, go to the pool once or twice a day. The kids aren't in school, so we have to keep them pretty active and busy.
Yeah, I I try to go swimming, but it's kind of hard. Sometimes especially when I hurt, but I try to go as much as I can.
So I gotta say, I watched our show this morning, a rewatch.
Okay. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. It just you said something to me the other day where I said, "Are you still in the house?" And you said, "Yeah, I'm still in the house." I think you said, "I'll probably be in this house forever," and it just blew me away that we were able to be a part of that. That I was able to be a part of that, and that it just so how I mean, how is it? I like it's been 12 years. It's like I
It really has
you were
been.
this cute little kid going down on the elevator for like the first time. I mean, is it still as cool and wild as it was the first time, or
Well, kinda. I mean, like the elevator sometimes, um, with electricity and lightning, it'll sometimes get messed up a little bit. But yeah, going down the elevator is fun. But like the house definitely hasn't really much changed. I mean, obviously, I don't have my Mickey Mouse uh,
Yeah.
wallpaper anymore. It started falling apart a long time ago, so we had to change that.
Oh my
So we
goodness.
changed it into a superhero room.
Am I looking at Captain America over your shoulder there? Yeah.
I think you are. I think it is Captain America. It's either Captain America or Thor. I can't tell. But yeah. So my whole room is now superheroes.
Wow.
It's. I do
Is your,
have a lot of the stuff
your
that you
bed
guys
still
made me.
is your bed still the bed that was built right into the
Oh
floor?
yeah. Yep.
God,
That's
that
where I'm talking to you right now.
that's amazing.
In my bed. Yeah.
Wow.
It's.
Yeah, I thought about, some of the other families that we worked on that I did rooms, and we did these really elaborate rooms, and I'm thinking, hey, one of them was a jungle themed room, and I would imagine eventually you're gonna have to change the room out. But this one, there was like this massive tree in the corner. It would probably be a little harder to get out than just changing wallpaper. But how is the rest of your family?
The rest of my family is really well. Zach is living here still with his two little ones, Eli, who is I think 6, and then Adayan, who is 3.
How old? What's the other child's name?
Adayan, like a day in the sun.
A day in. Okay. I like
And he's either 3 turning on 4 or 2 turning on 3. I'm not really good with kids.
it.
I'm not. I'm an uncle of 9.
Wow.
9. Yeah. Josh is married and he has 4 kids.
Wow.
So, yeah. And then I have the other 2 that, Rachel, who has 1 girl. That's it. And then Stephen Ray, who is married and has 2 kids. So, they are all doing very well.
And your sisters, is it Abby and Becky?
Yeah.
Becca?
Abby and Becca, yeah.
Is it Abby? She messaged me on Instagram, right? She said she was watching a show with you.
I didn't know she was doing that.
It may be a different one. Maybe it's someone else, but I got a message from let's see.
Abby, did you message Rib? Okay, it was Abby.
Okay, there you go. That's you and I were chatting that day, and then I got a message from an Abby. Said, "Hey, I'm watching." I forget what show she said she was watching.
We were watching Puppy Swap.
Oh, very cool.
For the very first time, actually. I thought it was really enjoyable.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun. We did that up in Montana. I don't know. I think a couple of years ago, and it just got released out on like video on demand, and I don't know if it was on Amazon. The woman that was in it was the original Lois Lane from like the Superman movies back in the day with Christopher Reeve.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that was who the woman who ran the animal shelter. That her character and that woman, Margot Kidder. She's unfortunately she passed away, but she was a Hollywood legend. So that was really fun.
Yeah, I actually did like it. It was I kind of like how it was a modern twist from Parent Trap, basically, but with puppies.
Yeah, that was the 100% the pitch. The idea was to sort of remake Parent Trap, and if you noticed, we used the names of the Haley Mills and oh gosh, what was the other? Who's the actress who played one of the Parent Traps, the recent one? Lindsay Lohan. So it was Haley and Lindsay. So the dogs were named after the actresses who were in the 2 Parent Trap movies, Lindsay Lohan and Haley Mills. So we had a lot of fun with that one.
I did not catch that, but that's actually pretty catchy.
Yeah. I got to get my younger kids to watch it. I don't know if they've watched it yet, and see if they'll sit through it. Their attention span's pretty short. They're used to YouTube videos that last 5 minutes. So for them to watch a full movie, it's got to be something that's pretty captivating.
Yeah, my attention span is very long, so I could probably watch a movie that's over 3 hours. I mean, I have watched a movie that's over 3 hours, but I mean, I liked the movie very much. It was a really good movie.
Well, I'm so glad. Thank you so much. I'll tell the producer is a good friend of mine, so I'll be sure to let him know.
Well, thanks. But yeah, it's crazy how 12 years passed through this house, and I mean, obviously I've changed some things, but I still have like the Disney pictures that are on the wall. With some of them, I covered them. Some of them are covered with pictures where I went to like Comic-Con and I met some of like my like favorite celebrities, but the pictures are still in there.
That's
I'm a
where,
nerd. Yeah, I'm a really big nerd.
Where did you go to Comic-Con?
Well, it started back, I want to say maybe 7th or 8th grade. And me and my brother, Zach, and my mom, we went to Chicago. We can't afford going to any of the other ones because they cost way too much, especially Los Angeles. And so every year we made a trip. It's usually like the beginning of the school year. It was until, I graduated. And then I got to meet a lot of wonderful people there. And I got to dress up and make my own costumes with my brother. And I got to hang out with my brother more. It was just a lot of fun. We still do it to this day, but this year it's just we couldn't because of the whole COVID. So
sure, yeah. Well, looking forward to next year then.
Well, yes.
2020 can just go by.
Yeah. Well, next year I don't think we're going because Zach promised me he's taking me to Las Vegas when I turn 21. So.
Fantastic. Always a good time in Las Vegas.
Kind of scared about it, but hey.
Yeah. Something to see.
Yeah. Hopefully. It really is.
So,
I've never been there.
What else do you want to chat about?
Well, I just thought we would just have a conversation, just normal conversation between friends. Just see how you are and how your family's doing, and
we are all doing super good. I have 4 kids now. Like I told you, my youngest ones, and then my 2 oldest ones, who, gosh, at the time were only 5 years old. If that was 12 years ago, they're all grown up. They're going into their senior year of high school. My son is taller than me, which is just amazing. And yeah, everybody's doing pretty good. It's just funny how time goes by and just life keeps going forward.
It really is. When we did the extreme makeover, my niece was at least 3 or 2, and now she's starting high school. Wow. And it just amazes me how old I am. I'm like, I'm getting old. I feel old.
What do you think of the new extreme makeover?
I only saw one episode of it. It was really different, I gotta say, from the old extreme makeover. I don't know. I guess not as much fun as the ABC version of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, at least people get to still have like their houses done and everything.
Yeah. I know there's quite a few people from the old production are working on it, like on the production side, not on camera. I know none of the hosts on the original show are on the show full time. I know Ty's been on it, but there's a lot of people working in the production side who are doing it behind the camera. And yeah, it's similar, but you're right. It is different. The original ABC was, I think it was a little bigger, a little more extreme, I guess, Well,
that's because ABC and Disney were pretty tight.
Yeah, that's right. You guys got to go to Disney. I was watching.
Yeah.
I I loved when you were pretending to have magical powers and demolishing the house. I really loved that.
Yep, that was me. I was 8.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3rd grade, and yeah, I have a job that I love, although I can't really go right now.
What is it you do?
I actually work at the 3rd grade school that I went to as a teacher assistant.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with
And
my 3rd grade teacher.
with your teacher that taught you when you were in
Yep.
first
3rd grade. Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it really is. I get to, help the kiddos, and I get to read to them, or, just do basically anything that she asks me to do.
When you read to them, do you do funny voices and accents?
Depending on the book.
That's one of my favorite things to do with my kids is I always will like do an accent for different characters, like Green Eggs and Ham, and you have Sam I Am, and then the guy, he doesn't have a name, but he's always I have him be so angry, and he's like, "That's Sam I Am. That's Sam I Am. I do not like that Sam I Am." Try them. You will see. You will like them. And my youngest son, my 5-year-old, will participate in that. It's pretty fun. I love reading books. That's my favorite time of night. Yep. Here's my son right now. Come here. This is my son, Odin. Odin, can you say hi?
Odin. Hi, Odin.
Yep.
Hi. Dada, where's my candy toy?
Mommy's got it.
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I have one son's named Odin and one is named Magnus.
Magnus and Odin. That are really cool names.
Yep, they are cool names.
I know that my brother loves Norse God, so I believe maybe one day Zach will probably have a kid named Odin.
Good. We need more of them.
We do. We really do. So, do you keep in touch with all of the old gangs still, or?
Oh, the Extreme crew?
Yeah.
I have been in touch with and stayed friends with many of the cast and crew. We had a reunion a few years ago at my wife. We had a dance studio, and she's a ballroom dancer, so we had a ballroom dance studio. So we had a reunion. Gosh, it was probably 2 or 3 years ago, and everyone came. It was really cool, and I would run into Michael Maloney quite often. And then again, there's a lot of the people that work on the production side that have gone on to work on different shows, so I'll run into them. Extreme was it was quite the family, quite the show. The group of people that worked on it was really a unique experience in my life. I mean, I've gone on and I've done a lot of other shows since then. I think I did a show called a $100 Makeover right after Extreme, and that was also amazing and fun. But Extreme really set the bar in terms of, I don't know, I guess it was so unbelievable to be able to build a house in 7 days. Like I said, I watched the episode this morning. I hadn't really seen an Extreme episode in a while, and I watched our episode, and I was sitting there kind of shaking my head and being like, I can't believe that we did this.
Now, when I was watching the episode, was it Josh that literally jumped onto you arms when we came out?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know whether it was Josh or Zach.
Yep.
I watched it so fast. It's just been, I just can't believe it. Time has flown by.
Yeah.
It really has. And I just wish I can go back to that moment where it happened. But,
yeah, actually, I was going to ask you what, obviously when we watch it on TV and we see your reaction, the family's reaction, like what, and you watch the interviews you did, like, what was that like? Like, what was it like when the bus moved and you saw that house for the first time?
I was really, I was speechless. I mean, 7 days to make a house. We were at Disney. We couldn't have any contact with anybody. So seeing a brand new house that I could actually get into and be able to move around in, it like it. I don't know. I don't really have words for it. It was just so speechless that I am really glad that you guys came over and did it, and you guys meant a lot to me. You still mean a lot to me. You guys do.
Wow.
And
Watching the episode and the conversation, the talking about how this was going to give you the opportunity to have independence, to be able to get around, and then to talk to you, and you to say that you're still in the house. It really is amazing, because I can only imagine how it changed your life. I know a new house would change anyone's life, but in all the shows that we did in particular, I would think that was, and it's so good to hear that that it had a really, really wonderful positive effect on your life.
yeah, and it's not just me. I mean, all of us still live here except for Josh, obviously. But I mean, the twins still.
Tell everyone I say hi.
I would definitely will. But like the twins still live here. Becca still lives in her bedroom. Abby still lives here. And of course, Mom and Dad's bedroom hasn't even changed. Like, they still have the wallpaper up, and they still have those apple trees that are on the side of the bedroom.
Does your mom still have birds?
Oh yes, my mom definitely still has birds. She is a bird person. We still have that big aviary, yeah. How
about the chairs that were for your brother? Are they still downstairs?
Yeah, they are. I know Zach doesn't really use them as much, but they're more of a decoration for him.
I was watching again today, and I thought, oh my God, those must be very, very heavy.
They are, I'm guessing. I don't know. I haven't tried to lift them myself.
Because it's solid wood, laminated, glued together, and in Carta, like, they must weigh 300 pounds each.
Yeah. Well, Ed did them. Ed did the downstairs.
Yeah, Ed's quite the craftsman, and makes incredible furniture. But yeah, that was the thought in my head. I was like, man, those must be heavy to move.
Said the guy who put like 1 billion disco balls in Becca's bedroom.
Yeah.
I mean, she loves them.
That's so funny. Yeah, I've been to Dancing with Stars. I went many times after that show, because I had started. That was my wife and I were dating then, and I would go quite often to the show. And yeah, that was her whole world. All those people were friends. We ended up owning a dance studio, and we, for a time period, had a studio that we were partnered up with Max and Val and Tony DeVillani, who had a certain franchise. And yeah, that was a crazy.
My dad started getting into dance, so he goes to ballroom dancing. Obviously not right now, but
yeah, not right now. My wife was off on a trip in March, and she came home from a job, like traveling around teaching dance. I forget where she was, and that's it. She hasn't gone on another job since. Some of the studios are closing, unfortunately. It's a tough time.
Things are changing. It's sad. Just go back in time machine and go back to 2019 when it first started, and tell them just isolate everybody. But yeah, it's amazing how this house is still standing.
Well, I'm so glad. I'm so glad to hear that.
You really guys did help me out. So thank you for that.
Can you open the bottom of this?
I can't open it right now, buddy. Yeah. I'll open it in a minute, buddy.
Okay.
He's got some kind of little present here.
It's a money-stealing panda. It steals money.
Oh, and There's a panda bear in there that comes out and takes the money.
Yeah.
Ah.
Here.
Do you need me to take them off?
Yeah, you can take them off.
Yeah.
I'll be down in a little bit. I'm just finishing up a conversation.
So, what is it like to how long does it usually take to make a Lifetime movie from any other movie?
Okay. The Lifetime movies that I've done with this particular director, his name is David Dakota, and he's been working for years and years. He's done hundreds and hundreds of movies. He is unbelievable. He can shoot a movie in 6 days, which
Jeez.
is crazy. Most movies that I work on, it's like 2 weeks to 3 weeks, sometimes even a month. But the Lifetime movies, he is so efficient and knows exactly what he wants that we'll shoot a movie in 6 days. Like that's what we did this most recent one. We have a movie that we're working on right now. It's an action movie that we're in the process of producing. We're in what's known as pre-production, and we're planning to shoot that probably for 2 weeks, sometime in like September, and we'll shoot it up in Montana for about 2 weeks, which is still a very fast time frame.
It certainly is, I guess. I've always wanted to be an action star. I always wanted to be, movies actually, but I don't think it's ever gonna happen. So
Well, you're a TV star.
was. I mean, I still get messages, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, saying, "Oh my gosh, I just saw your episode. Can we be friends?" So I'm like, I don't even know that person.
It's a strange thing. I definitely can relate. There's a lot of people that I am, become friends with through social media that I've never met. Especially every time one of the shows or a movie comes on, someone will message me like, "Hey, I just saw you in the blah 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 movie." So
Right.
for the most part, it's been really fun though. It's nice to connect with people.
Yeah. I bet it is. I haven't been out of the house since for like 5 months, so
Like literally out of the house.
I have been out of the house for like 5 months. My mom would not let us out of the house.
Yeah. Wow. Well.
Because me and my sisters are more at risk.
Yeah.
So right now my mom is over at her grandparents' house because they're in their 90s and she's taking care of them right now. And she's coming back tomorrow for her birthday party. And then she's going to go back over to my grandma's house. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom's birthday is tomorrow, so that'll be fun to see her. I haven't seen her in a while.
Please tell her happy birthday.
Well,
Yeah.
I will.
It's a strange time, and we have to be cautious and be safe. I mean, California is, you can read the news and watch the news and see there's lots of cases out here. We tend to stay to ourselves. I don't go into bars and restaurants. Obviously, you can't. We go in stores. We wear masks, but I get outside. When we're outside, I usually don't have a mask on. I still try to go out and go take the kids for walks and go hiking and stuff.
That's nice. I've been on like a couple of walks, but just basically up and down the block.
Yeah.
And
And
everything.
you said you broke your elbow or your shoulder recently?
Yeah, I did. But I'm moving it pretty well. Sometimes, depending on how bad the break is, it could be like this, or it can be like that. So,
I'm
I
impressed.
broken my thigh really bad to the point where I've had to stay in my mom's bed for like maybe 2 months because my thigh wouldn't heal. So we finally took me to the doctor, and it saw in the X-ray. It's just like it was broke all the way through.
I'm impressed, my friend. You are a superhero. That's a lot to endure and a lot of pain. I've had my share of broken bones, and I do not want to. I couldn't imagine having to go through that again and again and again and again.
I think I remember. Wasn't it like a toe surgery? Like a toe surgery or
I broke my foot.
a foot surgery? I messaged you and I
Yeah,
asked how you were doing and everything.
But about 2 years ago now, rock climbing. I fell while I was rock climbing, and I had a pretty bad break and had to have some screws put in and hold it all together. And it's still is not it's not perfect, but I still try to. When we get off the phone here, I'm going to go work out. I got to try to stay active and keep moving.
I see that you move rocks now.
I do.
Actual rocks. I mean,
I have not had a gym membership in, I don't even know, 20 years maybe. So I have some weights down in my garage in my basement, and then there's these exercise equipment called kettlebells, which a lot of people have, and it's a giant piece of steel with a handle on it. And I wanted one. When I looked it up, it was quite expensive. For like a 70-pound kettlebell, it was like $100. And I was like, you know what? I can just go get this stone over here in the creek bed over in Malibu. So I have a 150-pound stone, a 70-pound stone, I think a 26-pound stone, and a 10-pound stone. And those are my weights that I'll pick up and move around. I'll probably pick up the 150-pound stone today. I'll make a video of it and I'll post it. I'm sure you'll see it.
the other thing I can pick up is a pebble, which is nothing compared to what you can do. It's impressive.
Well, again, we watch the show, right? And it's impressive. I heard your brothers were talking about, you and the challenge you face, and it's impressive. You're still here, my friend. You're still here. You seem to be thriving. You said you have a job. You're teaching. You're impressive.
Thank you.
I got it easy.
No, you guys are probably a lot better than me. I mean, you definitely do. I got easy, but you got what you wanted, and that's all that matters in life. I mean, yeah, I got what I wanted too. I got a family. I got dogs that I love. I got friends. I got, just the normal stuff, but there's just enough. Even if you have so many friends in the world, that's not enough for any human being. I mean, we all want everything in the world, but we all can't have everything. But you certainly seem like you have everything figured out in your life, and that is very, very good.
Well, looks can be deceiving, but I can't complain. I am lucky. I'm a lucky man. So.
You really are. And I'm really happy that we did this conversation today. I really am.
Me too. Let me know when you're gonna put it up and post it, and I can comment on it and tell people to go watch it and so forth. I still have a lot of people that know me through the show, and certainly you, and doing that show with you guys. It's a lot of fun.
Well, now you you're saying you worked with the person who played Lois Lane from Christopher Reeves. I'm a big superhero fan, obviously. Mostly, Superman. I don't know if you ever heard of the show Smallville.
Yeah, I know that show.
Yeah, I'm a big superhero fan about that, but I got this necklace from one of the cast members. Her name was Laura Vandervoort. And that show gives me, I watch it, at least I try to watch an episode every single day, and that show gives me the strength to at least continue to move on and not try to defy my life as someone who is crippled and in a wheelchair. He tries to give me the strength that I can almost do the impossible if obviously to limit. Thus, it just gives me the show to give just a courage show, to give hope, inspiration, and I mean any superhero show is, but that particular show I just love so much.
That's really cool. You are I guess I'm telling you, you are your own superhero. You really are.
Thanks. I have to come up with my own name. Well, thank you for doing this again.
It was my pleasure, Jake. Thank you so much for reaching out and for staying in touch with me over the years, and I don't know, letting me be a part of your life and you with mine. So.
Hey, I mean, you're not the only one. I still have Michael, and I still talk to Dee Dee, and.
That's wonderful. Please tell them I say hi. I don't see. I run into Michael every once in a while around the neighborhood, but Dee Dee, I don't see Dee Dee very often.
I will. I definitely will.
Will you take care of yourself? Have a wonderful
You too.
day.
I will. You too. Bye.
Bye.